Jicama is a pretty well-known root vegetable among the low-carb and keto community because it's fairly low in carbs and can be used as a potato substitute in many recipes. It kind of tastes like if an apple and a turnip had a baby. You can eat it raw and also cooked, but the skin is actually toxic, so be sure not to eat that. It's an important part in cuisines among Central and South America, the Caribbean, and parts of Asia. And though it has become more popular in the USA, still people in America may not know about it. But more importantly, they may not know about its health-promoting benefits. So today, I'm covering some of the top benefits jicama has to offer. You're listening to the Digest This podcast, and I'm your host, Bethany Cameron. Let's get right into it. Colostrum is the first form of nutrients mammals, including humans, receive after birth. It's often considered liquid gold due to its wide array of health-promoting properties, including immune and gut support. It's incredibly nutritious and contains high levels of antibodies that fight infections and bacteria for the newborn. But us as grown adults can also benefit from these outstanding properties. And in today's world with so many toxins in our modern day living, we need it more than ever. Our food system is broken. Let's just be honest, guys. And even our soil is depleted, which makes our food less nutrient dense, containing less vitamins and minerals we need for optimum health. So it's more important than ever to supplement quality products to help keep our immune system and digestive system working at its best. Armra Colostrum is one of those whole food supplements I got introduced to back in February of 2023, and I've been on the Armra train ever since. I know a lot of people are talking about colostrum and how it has even been proven to be 3 times more effective at preventing the flu than the flu vaccine itself, without any side effects that come with vaccines. Colostrum has also been clinically shown to help guard against inflammation and everyday toxins and pollutants. There are over 5,000 published studies to date documenting the benefits of colostrum and its ability to optimize health at all stages of life. Colostrum intake has also been linked to fewer respiratory tract infections and GI infections in children. What makes Armra Colostrum different than all the others on the market is that they use a proprietary cold chain biopotent technology that distills over 200 functional nutrients, guaranteeing the highest bioactive integrity and bioavailability. Another thing I personally love about this company is that they also only extract and use the surplus colostrum from grass-fed, pasture-raised, happy cows that are no longer needing it to supply their young. So you know you're not taking away from animals that need it. Only the surplus colostrum is used, and Armra makes sure they are getting only the best from healthy USA cows from family farms. Armra has 3 flavors: orange, watermelon, and unflavored, which is my personal favorite because the unflavored has no natural flavors and just one single ingredient. It tastes so good, like you guys are going to love it. And for anyone with dairy sensitivities, the casein is removed, so you may be able to digest it a lot easier because of that. That's the protein most people are sensitive to with a dairy allergy, is the casein. So Armra has many dairy sensitive happy customers. So if you guys want to try what everyone is talking about and help rebuild your whole body microbiome and strengthen your immune barriers along the mouth, sinuses, lungs, gut, urinary, and reproductive tract to block unwelcome particles for your strongest immune health, I highly recommend Armra Colostrum. If you guys go to tryarmra.com and use code DIGEST, you'll receive a special discount. That's tryarmra.com and use code DIGEST. You'll receive a special discount. Again, tryarmra.com and use code DIGEST. Although some people mistake jicama for a fruit because it does have a slight sweet taste, it's technically the root of a type of bean plant and a member of the legume family. Now, this root veggie is composed of about 85% water, so it's naturally low in calories, naturally low in sugar, and naturally low in starch. Thus, it has a low score on the glycemic index, and it fits most diets, including the vegan, paleo, low carb, and keto lifestyle. It's also a good source of vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, and loaded with fiber. A 1 cup serving of sliced raw jicama contains just 50 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of fiber. There's 11 grams of carbs, so the net carbs would be 5 grams. Perfect for anyone that's diabetic or needing to go on a lower carb diet if battling SIBO, parasites, or any other kind of gut issues. Where jicama really stands out is its fiber content. There's about 25% of your daily dietary fiber needs in every 1 cup serving. Not only does jicama contain fiber, but it contains a beneficial type of prebiotic fiber. This type of fiber is not actually digestible within the human digestive tract, and it acts like a prebiotic and food for the good bacteria once it reaches the intestines and helps the probiotics do their job at their best. Research even suggests that prebiotics, such as those found in jicama, have anti-carcinogenic and anti-cancer properties, including offering protection against colon cancer. They can also positively stimulate the immune system, support weight control, and so much more. Now, why is jicama good for diabetes specifically? So, as previously mentioned, jicama has a low glycemic index and therefore a great starchy vegetable choice for anyone struggling to balance their blood sugar. In studies, jicama extract has been shown to inhibit factors that raise blood sugar levels, and when comparing reactions of diabetic mice receiving jicama supplements to those not, one study found an increase in blood glucose levels was more significantly suppressed in the jicama group compared to the control group. Now let's talk about immune function. Now, because jicama contains unique fiber molecules that help balance the growth of good to bad microbes in your gut, which over 75% of your immune system resides, this helps proper immune function. According to results from a British Journal of Nutrition study, plant foods that contain prebiotic fibers, such as those found in jicama, have chemoprotective properties and are capable of lowering your risk for colon cancer. They do this by fighting the impact of toxins and carcinogens in the gut, reducing tumor growth, and can even help stop the spread of already existing tumors. It's even believed that eating jicama can provide prebiotics that help improve protection from cancer because of gut flora-mediated fermentation and the production of butyrate. Most people don't eat enough prebiotics, so including more raw jicama in your diet is one way to help up your intake and foster protection against cell mutations and tumor growth within the digestive organs. Now, everyone wants good heart health, right? So the specific fiber found in jicama is linked to improved cardiovascular health and the ability to lower cholesterol naturally. Other nutrients found in jicama that may fight heart disease include vitamin C, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory and fights free radicals, as well as potassium, which helps control blood pressure levels. So it's full of vitamin C, full of potassium, and so that's just another good reason to incorporate jicama. Now listen up for those looking for digestive benefits, because jicama can also help with that. So water and fiber-rich vegetables are recommended for anyone battling digestive issues because they're hydrating and provide fiber, essential electrolytes, and nutrients that support intestinal and gut health. Jicama specifically is considered by experts to be a very easily digested veggie since it's high in water, and its fiber content can naturally relieve constipation, or on the other end of the spectrum, help treat diarrhea. So constipation and diarrhea, jicama is great on both ends of the spectrum there. And this root veggie is also considered an anti-inflammatory food that can help reduce flare-ups in the GI tract associated with IBS, ulcers, leaky gut, and other digestive disorders. As mentioned, jicama is high in vitamin C, and just 1 cup provides over 40% of your vitamin C RDA. We all should know that vitamin C is a crucial antioxidant that aids free radical damage and controls inflammation. Eating plenty of vitamin C rich foods helps control inflammation, which is, of course, important for keeping oxidative stress levels lower and protecting against cancer, autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular disease, and also cognitive decline. Let's talk bone health for a second. So jicama's special prebiotic fiber helps keep bones strong because it enhances mineral retention, suppresses the turnover rate of bone loss, and helps with the absorption of calcium. As previously mentioned, it also supplies important nutrients like potassium, magnesium, and manganese, of which supporting studies indicate are needed for proper bone mineralization and protecting against bone loss and osteoporosis in our older age. Now, you're probably like, okay, Bethany, I've heard enough. I'm on the jicama train already, but how do I eat it? How do I incorporate it in my diet? What the heck? How do I cook it? All that good stuff. So, as mentioned, it can be eaten raw or cooked, and it has a slightly sweet flavor and crunchy texture when eaten raw. When eaten cooked, however, the crunchy texture diminishes a little as well as the sweetness. It does have a crispier and lighter texture than most root vegetables since it's higher in water and lower in starch, making it suitable for those following a lower carb lifestyle. So this is how I pick them and how you should always look for them in the supermarkets. So you want to look for whole jicama as opposed to pre-cut slices and spears. So the pre-cut options may be more convenient in the short term. However, when you buy anything pre-cut, you don't know how long it's been cut and oxidizing for. You don't even know the sanitary practices the person cutting used, and the potential of bacteria on the pre-cut items is a much higher risk. So to me, it's not worth getting pre-cut things. Just not to mention you spend way more for anything pre-cut or sliced and end up saving so much more money if you buy the produce whole. So this is how to pick them in the supermarket. You want to look for a jicama when it feels firm, looks yellow to beige in color, and doesn't have any noticeable bruises. If it starts to sink in and there's little indents in it, you want to avoid those. You want a really nice, firm one. Once home, you can store the uncut bulb in a cool, dark place or even in the fridge for longer preservation. It typically won't spoil for several weeks when left whole, untouched in the refrigerator. But once you cut into it, try to use it within 3 days. Okay, so let's talk about how to cook it. So keeping some pre-chopped, roasted, or sliced on hand is a smart way to replace some of the processed grains and snacks in your diet. So before enjoying this veggie, you first have to remove the firm skin. And unlike other root veggies, such as potatoes that have edible skins, the peels on jicama are very, very hard to digest and even contain a type of molecule that should be avoided entirely. So never eat the skin. Always be sure to peel the skin of jicama. All right, so once the skin is peeled, cut it into strips and use them to dip into guacamole or hummus, cube or shred it, and make a fresh salad by adding a bit of fresh lemon or lime juice, a little dash of cayenne pepper, and sea salt. Oh, so good, you guys. You can even use them as a potato replacement for making fries, and you can also slice them with a mandolin to make chips. There's so much you guys can do with jicama for sweet and savory applications. I even love adding diced jicama into my salsa in replace of corn for a fresh crunch factor. Well, now that you guys are all experts in jicama, what it can do for the body and how to incorporate it in your diet, be sure to pass along the info to a friend who you think would benefit from hearing this podcast episode. And be sure to check out my other episodes like the best and worst foods for IBS, non-toxic cookware, benefits of coffee and matcha, brown fat, and how it's the best fat for your body to store, if iron deficiency is a scam, plus so many more other topics I cover in past episodes. And remember to rate and review this podcast to enter to win exclusive jars of the Coconut Cult organic vegan coconut yogurt. Good luck. Thanks for listening to this episode of Digest This. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review in your podcast app to let us know. If you're ever wondering how you can support me and this podcast, sharing it with your friends and family is the best way. This is a Resonant Media production produced by Drake Peterson and edited by Mike Fry. To email the show, message us at digestthispod@gmail.com. See you next time. The content of this show is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for individual medical and mental health advice and does not constitute a provider-patient relationship. As always, talk to your doctor or health team first.